I just told me, yeah, we gon' be straight. He saw me make $1 million off one damn play.
What did you guys? I am back with another banger, and today we're going to be talking about the EV sector. Okay, so two of my holdings in my portfolio are within the EV sector, so that is NIO and Tesla. But today we're going to cover, what it looks like for their future, what things they have coming up, very soon that may affect the stock price, and what I think these stocks, or how I think these stocks are going to perform over the next few months to a year, right? I am long on these, so I'm holding these long term, but we're going to check it out and see what the news is saying about these stocks. And then we're going to gather it all together and see, what we come up with. All right. So first, I'm going to hop into my portfolio. I'm going to show you guys my portfolio so you guys can see that. Let's get screen recording on this. And we're at 55. Okay. So NIO. All right, so NIO is the first one up here. I have, let's see, 8.46 shares of NIO as of right now, okay? I have them at an average cost of $54.22, so pretty high still compared to the stock price, right? So before the market correction in, about end of February to March, I was buying in, and I think I was averaging up. I had a couple shares of NIO at the $40 mark, and then I was just buying a little bit more and more on dips when they had a little bit of red days, but then the market completely crashed. I bought some more, but it was still at a pretty high price point. But, so that's how, just a little backstory on how that went. So average cost of $54, takes about 4% of my portfolio, almost 5%, and I'm down 28% on this play. Okay, it sounds pretty bad, but I know that this one is gonna at least get to $60 by the end of the year. Okay, they're a solid company, and what I strive to look for is companies that they're the top in what they do. Okay, so if we think EV, electric vehicles, we think Tesla and NIO, right? Instantly. Okay, so NIO is based in China, so that is where they do their things. Tesla is, in the US, so they're the big dogs within that sector, and that's what I strive to go for because they're already established, they know what they're doing, and now they just need to show us that they're making money and doing great things with that. Okay, so that's how I kind of pick the stocks that I choose, right? So I'm down, like I said, 28% on this play, but I'm hoping to see that they do good on their earnings. Okay, so they have earnings on April 29th. And so we're going to see how they've been performing, what they say about, their deliveries and all that. And that will show us a little bit of background on how this company is performing as of right now. Okay. Let's just keep in mind that they have a 52-week high of $66.99. That's why I'm saying I know they're going to at least get back to that mark. All right. So, I'm not too worried right now. NIO is one of the top dogs, and we will see how that goes. Okay. Next, let's hop into Tesla. Tesla is another holding of mine in the EV sector. I currently have almost 1.5 shares. I have 1.43 shares of Tesla at an average cost of $7.99, and Tesla is making their way back to this average cost that I have. I had it, I was buying in, and the market correction happened, so I kind of got in, at a high price point, right? I averaged down a little bit, and I wanted to get under $800. So I made it to $799.57. It's about 15% of my portfolio. And I know that this one is going to bounce back. It's already been bouncing back over the course of the month, but I'm still down a little over 7% on this play. Okay. So after the correction, within my portfolio, Tesla and NIO are the only ones that haven't bounced back yet. Right. But like I said, Tesla is making its way back up. They had a good day today. They're up over 3% for the day. And for the month, they had up $56, and that is about 8%, right? So Tesla is climbing back up. They're making their way back up. And I know that this stock is going to double, right? This one is going to double for sure. I see this getting at least to the $1,000 range, $1,200 range. Hopefully within the year, but I know that they're going to have that high growth. They just need to have that long stretch of a run up, right? Tesla does the same thing. So keep an eye on this one and prepare to buy in on dips if you want to get this stock, right? You'll see it run up, dip back down, run up, dip back down, and it continues the same process, right? You'll see that pattern as you keep going by. For the 52-week high, we have it at $900.40. So, we know they're going to make it back up to there at least at the very minimum, okay? They have earnings on the 26th, so I want to see how they perform as well. And, it's just going to show us how the company's performing, all right? I know that both of these, Tesla and NIO, are solid companies, but, the earnings will give us a little bit of insight on that, just so we know what's going on with our stocks, okay? So that is a brief overview of how the stocks in my portfolio are doing, well, as far as the EV sector. But let's hop into a little bit of news about, why people think NIO is going to do great, all right? So we're going to check that out. We're going to stop screen recording here, and we should be good to go. Okay, so let's hop into this article, right? It says NIO, a massive and growing market, okay? I already believe that NIO has a lot of room to grow. That's why a lot of people jumped into this stock, right? They felt that it was going to be another grower, as Tesla is. And over the past year, or last year, I should say, in 2020, these stocks, NIO and Tesla, ran up super crazy. So people are trying to catch that growth once again, okay? So I believe that, we won't see as much growth as we did last year, but it will still be a great amount for, putting your money into something to have it grow. It still will be a good deal, okay? So let's hop into this article and see what they're saying. It says, as recently as early 2020, the Shanghai-based NIO was flirting with bankruptcy at first, right? But a push by the Chinese government to accelerate the growth of the country's EVs industry contributed to a strong surge in sales, right? So the Chinese government stepped in and they said, we want to help you out with this. And they're bumping up that EV industry, all right? So they're making sure that they're pushing these vehicles out into the Chinese economy, right? So it says the company more than doubled its vehicle deliveries in 2020 compared to 2019, though that still only amounted to about 44,000 electric cars. Its production growth rate is accelerating. However, in the first quarter of 2021, deliveries soared by more than 400% year over year to over 20,000%. Okay, so or to over 20,000 vehicles. Okay. So it looks very good so far. We see that they're growing year to year. They're pushing out more vehicles, and that's why earnings are going to be vital within the next couple weeks. All right, or within the week, I should say, because both of these stocks will be reporting earnings. But once we see, how they're doing along the track of shipping out these vehicles and pushing out deliveries, we'll see we can gauge how good or how well this company is performing, right? So it says EV sales in China surpassed 1 million in 2020, and the government's goal is to expand that annual number to 5 million by 2025. Also, another thing, we're long-term on these stocks, so we know that as electric vehicles become more prominent, these will really be definite heavy grower stocks, right? So it says, according to a forecast from sector research organization Bloomberg, China's EV sales could reach 10 million by 2023 and approach 20 million by 2040. Okay, so growth year over year, right? It says the opportunity that degree of market growth represents hasn't been lost on investors. NIO stock is up more than 1,000% since its period of financial struggles a year ago, right? So that huge run up. But its shares are down by more than 40% from their peak, right? So they dropped a lot. Like I said, NIO's current $60 billion market cap is still pricing in an enormous amount of anticipated growth. Okay. They're looking to have a luxury sedan early next year. And it looks like NIO is having a lot more growth on the way. Okay, guys. So that's why it looks good for NIO stock, right? Let's hop into Tesla. Okay. So a lot of people want to know, is Tesla a buy? And for me, it's simple. Tesla is the big dog in the EV sector. Okay. If you had to choose one stock, that would be the one to go to. All right. We know that Tesla knows what they're doing. And as we see, electric vehicles become more prominent in the US as well, these are just going to be, Tesla's going to be that one to go to. Okay. They've been perfecting this for a while. It's not like they just started making vehicles within the past few years. They've been doing this for over a decade. And so they have worked out a few of the kinks that they have already had. And, they have the knowledge and they've done the research and development to, do well in the future. Okay. Let's remember this too. Tesla is a tech company. All right. Tech company. They produce cars. Yes, but they are a tech company. So that will take them a long way. All right, guys. So that is just a little bit of insight on how my stocks, NIO and Tesla, have been doing in my portfolio, how they will perform over the next few years, in the long run, right? We're in this from the long run, and, we're just checking in to see how they're performing. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think down below. If you're holding NIO or Tesla, comment it down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, so let's get it and let's go.
I just told me, yeah, we gon' be straight. He saw me make $1 million off one damn play.